Okay. I believe we are streaming on YouTube. Yep, we are. We are officially streaming. Okay, so hey, where my hostess is at? Y'all letting these people in? All right, so we're about to get started because we just did a quick recap of what we did last week with the HubSpot starting off free. So if you did not send me your link for Greece, send it to me, please. If you sent it to me already, let me know because I wasn't really seeing anything. All right, we're gonna start. This is the second week, so we're moving on to Greece. Last week, people were asking me like, well, which one are we doing? So now we're about to get into the itinerary. And whereas we were using Travel Joy, I told you guys I'm stepping away from Travel Joy, but we're going to still create pretty itineraries. So one of the things I also want to know is if you guys have itineraries that you have created, would you mind sharing them? Go look for them while we're, getting ready to do this. Or anything like that, because I believe sharing is caring. In this aspect. So I want to be able to still provide the same thing. I'm going to do Travel 5, which is strictly itineraries for me, in which I can show you guys how to curate a beautiful itinerary and then some using it as well. Okay, so let me get ready and share my screen so we can go to cultural holidays. That's where you're going to go first. I was just talking to this. All right. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I have minimized you. I cannot see you. It's probably going to tell me to log back out. So I'm going to log back in. Okay, here we go. So this is the one for this October. And so people were like, well, which one did you use? So let's go back and because I do a lot of bouncing around in between. Um, there, there are ones when we're doing custom trips. So okay, we got Gorgeous Greece. That wasn't it. I don't think it was the three where we're going to Mykonos, we're going to Athens, Mykonos, and Santorini. Glorious Greece, right? Sure. Let's see if this was the one. Explore. Oh, it's thinking. Sorry. Okay. 6 nights, 7 days. Okay, so here's the baseline that I used for the grease tube. Remember, I tell you I always use a foundation, but it'll be a little bit of a difference in what's going to be on culture. They're the foundation, but might add something to it, right? So added a few things to it because this one was basically kind of like, you do more on your own than anything else. A lot of leisure time for you to check out stuff. So when you're looking at their itinerary, you would see that, right? So what I did was I then just filled in those things, what they can do on a leisure basis, but still be on a culture holidays trip. And so that looks, and then, give it to culture holidays so they can find the same equivalent of those same tours, or they don't have to. I go through Viator. I just get a commission from Viator, and it works still out the same. So let me bring up the Travel Joy. This is what it originally looked like right here. And I'm showing it because it's the same itinerary. You can always copy and paste the same itinerary into something different. So when I said I kind of switched some things up, so the day one, the arrival is dinner in the sky. So now you have dinner in the sky. And at first, it was the Stanley Hotel. that we're doing, but this next year is going to be a different hotel. And then going down to now Adventure Time to check out, what you can do. And this is going to taking a tour to see the Acropolis and all the good ancient, architecture that Greece has. So the day 3 would then be going to Mykonos. So you see there's a lot more that I plugged in that you won't see on Culture, but it's the same exact thing. They just put like leisure, they put like, do things on your own. So I just made it to where the client have something to do and they don't have to guess about it. And at the same time, get a commission by using the activities, like Viator or Project Expedition to get the commission. So does anybody have any questions on how you can look on Culture Holidays, you can get their foundation, find a trip that actually works for you, but know that it won't probably have all the details in it. So you can fill in the blank by looking on the same date, like that you're going to be traveling. And if it says, hey, right here, if it tells you, all right, you can go past the Prime Minister having, basically it's the Athens City Tour, and it's at an additional cost. You can go ahead and look on Viator for that same tour, Athens City Tour. And then you can actually put all that in and then incorporate that into the price point. So then when you get your credit card authorization form for those individuals, you'll be paying 2 suppliers. That's the only thing that you have to be concerned with, that you're going to be paying, like, Culture Holidays, and you'll be paying Viator. But to me, hey, it's a win-win situation when it comes to the commission. All right, so I think I did this in Travelify. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna curate on how you can actually use Travelify. Now, I only use Travelify for the final, like when I don't send this in as a proposal to them, but it actually can be a proposal for them at that point. So this one right here, I had already sent them like the proposal, they approved it. And then I went into Travelify and I used Travelify, like I said, basically for itineraries. And so I went in and I put together the guides that they have some, but they don't have all of them. So what they don't have, I just added to. So here they had San Jose already in here. So it already populated for me to do. But they didn't have Puerto Viejo in here. So I had to go in here and I had to add that portion to it myself to build this guide. And then the same thing for Potrero. They didn't have a Potrero in there, so I had to put Potrero in there as well. So then it breaks down everything by, time. So this is, like I said, this was the end. So I had already booked this stuff already. So I knew the exact flights and stuff like that. So your proposal won't look like this. It'll just have flight, you can have the, flight from here to here, but this is real time tracking. So it's different. Same thing with your transfers, putting that in as well, and your hotels and your excursions and all that stuff. You can put everything in here and it comes out and has a curated thing. It also has an app that you can send to your clients by simply putting in the email of them, and my clients absolutely love it because it's on their phone, and if they don't have Wi-Fi, it's still able for them to see what they have available for it. So pretty good product as far as creating itineraries only, nothing else but just itineraries. And that's all I know on here. So you can always create beautiful itineraries using any type of platform. So I want to ask you guys, what other platforms like do you use to just like do itineraries? And anybody can come off mute.
Canva.
Canva, cool. Who said that?
Marla.
Miss Marla. Miss Marla, do you mind sharing one of your Canva templates?
Let me see. Let me try to, cause I'm on my phone and I'm on ship Wi-Fi, so it may or may not let me.
I gotcha. Miss Marjorie, I see your hand up.
Yeah, I was just going to ask a question. why is it that you would use Travefy over Traveljoy?
TravelJoy is right now under fire with IntelliTravel, so it's taboo. So I'm not talking about TJ anymore.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I am now digressing from that and backing up and letting doing what it's due. So Travelify is just itineraries only type platform that I use it for. That actually makes some good ones. But I was wanting to know like who else and what else do you guys use? Ms. Marlon said Canva is a tool that she used to do itineraries. Anybody else?
I use Canva also, Janae, but I don't have any personal itineraries that I've done, but I have some that were shared with me.
Oh,
So
you mind sharing them? That's Kim.
yeah, I can share.
Okay, let me see. Let me
Look, I'm not a pro like you, Janae, so let me see if I
and
can do this the right way.
let me make you co-host. If you're just coming in, we are sharing itineraries. Like I just shared Travelify, like what that looks like. But we're just sharing how or what products or resources do you use to create an itinerary. And Miss Kim is going to show us what itineraries that she has been able, that has been shared with her for itineraries. And if you got something, you know, definitely come off the mic and share, because sharing, as Gloria would say, is caring. All right, Kim, you got the mic and you have share screen access.
I'm in Canva. Give me 1 second because I have a lot in here. Let me get to the itinerary that I want to share and I will pull it up.
While Miss Kim is sharing that, I am going to share a trip that I just did for a couple. This trip took me a good minute to curate this trip for sure. Where to go? All right. And I am definitely going to attempt to create this itinerary too in Travelify. So right here is, I started everything out in Microsoft Word, everything, you know. So this was a couple's vision trip, right? They said it started out with they just wanted to go to Greece. That was it. Just wanted to go to Greece. Cool. Look in the chat. Oh, look in the chat and see what Marla dropped. That was nice, Marla. It's awesome. They was saying they wanted to go to Greece, and then on the conversational Zoom, they were like, okay, we want to do Greece, but then they was just talking about, well, you know, other things. And so I had mentioned Dubai, and she was like, no, well, what about, you know, can we go and do a layover somewhere? And I'm like, absolutely. And then I was like, you're gonna go through London. And then the husband was like, well, can we spend a day in London? I was like, well, what do you guys want to do? Like, you know, because it was, the conversation was turning away from Greece. And so it came out that they had a vision board. And y'all know I'm all about that vision, right? So I was like, oh, please tell, I am so interested. What is on your vision board? So they listed all the countries that were on that vision board, starting with London, Paris, then Rome, then Greece, and then Africa, right? They wanted to do that. That's 5 countries, yo. 5 countries. So I was like, oh, listen, I am so up for the challenge, right? It would have been so easy for me to pick up from one of our suppliers and map it out that way. But I know some of them like are very on the high side. So I said, okay, if this is me doing my trip, you know, first place I'm gonna go to Culture. Let's see what they got. Culture didn't have anything that was specific, like, you know, all of just about London. It was like London and some other trip, or Paris and Rome and different things like that. And they were all coming out on the pricey side because they were 4 more days, right? They have a total of 14 days. And so they averages out 2 nights in each city that they will go to. So needless to say, this is all the fluff about, the trip, but I managed to be able to get this itinerary round trip from from Dulles to Athens, all the hotel accommodations, mind you, this came from Culture helping me out. So 2 nights there, 2 nights in Paris, then 2 nights in a different hotel, Athens, Greece, Athens, Santorini, then Rome, then Egypt, right? So, all right, yeah, Rome, something like that. Anyway, so it comes out, so this included all the ground transportation. It included the local airfare to include the rail, because they have to take the Eurostar underneath the English Channel. So including that and everything, these things that I pieced together that Culture did not have to make it good for them to be able to do this. So all in all, everything included with this trip for them, it came out to be 2,500. And they was like, we're in it. We're ready. We want to do it. And then it was like, well, how do we pay you? I was like, no worries. I didn't even upcharge on that. That was strictly, putting everything together, mapping it out, like what Culture Holidays had, because it's a private trip for them and they might open it up to their families if they don't know and they don't care. But the fact of the matter is they're get to now go on their vision trip, which is why it's called the Glenn's Vision Trip. But this itinerary is just something I built out of Word. So again, you can still keep it simple and sweet and not even use anything else and just use a simple Word document to get a great itinerary and go through it with your with your with your people. So I'm looking forward to this nice, lovely commission that's going to come out from Culture. All right. Are you ready to go, Miss Kim?
I am ready. Let's share. Yes, here we go. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Ooh, pretty. We see it.
Okay. So this one was for a cruise,
Mm-hmm.
and it does the proposal
Mm-hmm.
and the private transfer. Can you guys see the bottom down here?
Uh-huh. Yes,
I have a
ma'am.
bar on mine. Okay, I have a
Mhm.
bar going across mine. And then the Uber to the hotel, private transport first could be added. Wonder of the fees. Accommodation choices that they had, the deck levels. You on board. First port, Key West. Just different excursions that they could participate in. But like you said, I would have put a link here, like you said, for Viator somewhere.
Mhm.
So yeah, so they could do the excursions through us, and then Grand Cayman excursions there, the Bahamas, Coco Cay, and then it's the day at sea, returning to Miami, and flight recommendations will be on here, and then the prices.
Nice,
What-
nice, nice.
What's included, trip insurance, gratuities, alcohol beverages, spa, dining, terms and conditions, and next steps.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So I'm pretty sure there are some people out there saying, "Hey, can we get a copy of that?" So if you don't mind, Kim, it's totally up to you. I'm not a Canvas savvy person, but if you don't mind sharing is sharing if you don't. But if you do, that's no problem.
No, I
But
can put it in, but I
that
have
was
a question for you.
uh-huh.
The itineraries that you are creating are awesome, first of all. Very
Oh,
put
thanks.
together, and I know you're clients or repeat clients, right? Getting
Mhm.
something like that. Like, how do you plan out your day? Like, do you just find free time to work on this?
I do. And
Okay.
I'm telling you, and I'm gonna be very transparent, y'all. The spirit has to hit me and move me for my brain to function to be focused on itineraries and stuff. Because even though I left my green OCD type complexes behind, and it does trigger me sometimes, and I get so engrossed into it. That I then become so detail oriented to put everything in it, and it's time consuming. But once you got it, you got it. Just like I said with this 6 country trip that they're taking, that was one of the biggest things I've gotten. Where I was able to make a couple be able to go on a 14-day European expansion for 5250 a piece. That's amazing, but it was time consuming. So I would never recommend that. Unless that's like what you want to really do, but it's a lot. But I would tell you, give yourself grace first and foremost. And if you want to block out of time, maybe an hour block every day or every other day, to just work on it over incremental times. I always tell my clients, especially ones with high demands like that, it's not going to be 72 hours. It's not going to be 72 hours. That's not what I'm be able to do for all of this in 72 hours. So I asked them, give me about a couple of weeks and let me get some things together to make sure. And if I need an extension, I absolutely do, because life be life. But I still don't want them to think I'm not doing anything. So I do send them a message, be like, hey, can we, but I always do Zooms with them too, or I keep them in a loop on like most of the decision making, like, hey, this is what I came across. Can we jump on a Zoom? Because I want to make sure that I'm piecing it together. Like I put a third of it together and say, I want to make sure I'm on the right track. Is this what you guys are looking for? And if are they good with it at the end, I say it'll be a surprise. So I hope you find that it's amazing after we had a discussion, because at the time I'm taking all the notes down from what it is that they really want to do. And I hear them say sometimes they want to do these things, but they don't know if they got the money to do those things. I still take they wants down and I take what their needs down. I make sure the needs are met, but then I go, like if it was me, searching for what their wants are to be able to incorporate that into their itinerary, which that's where the time comes in. Putting it together once you got it. Now with Cousin Chat, tell y'all, I love my cousin. I turn around and put what I didn't create it, and it looks a mess because I just kind of copied and paste from different places, to put it together. And I copy and paste all my crap and I put it in chat and say, can you rewrite this to make a better itinerary for a proposal for a client? And he puts it all nice and wordy and the same in my head on how I wanted to put it together. He puts it together. He was my savior on this 6 country thing, because the frequently asked questions, I don't know if you got to see them. The frequently asked questions were 12 questions about all 6 different countries. What is the currency for all 6 countries? What is the electric voltage for all 6 countries? Do y'all think I went to go look up that? So freaking lootly. I said, chat, can you do this for 6 different countries? I had the questions and use it in this format. And he came back with it. I tell people kind of do a checks and balances, but they do supply sources too for you. But that saves so much time. So definitely I encourage you to use Cousin Chat to help you out, especially since he free when it comes to creating itineraries, because he can create it for you. I'm actually going to show you guys so y'all can see what I'm talking about as far as how I maximize using this Brainiac AI that is absolutely undaunting. This is the one I'm currently working on. So let's say this was all from putting this together, tailoring it to these individuals. So I think this is it. London, Greece, Paris, and Rome. Boom, boom, boom. So when I tell you I put my stuff together, I copy and paste, and then I say rewrite. And then he puts it, and I copy these different things from culture. Like culture had something about Greece, they had Rome, they had Egypt. And so it was all in a mess for me. So I just simply said, hey, rewrite all of this mess and put in some decent. That's it. And he was able to do that for me right here. went from this mess to here is explore da 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 da. And it's all rewritten and it's all like proper, English and paragraphs. I'm like, oh, let's copy and paste and put it where I need to do. So it is just that easy. And then the travel itinerary I had him create. I worked on it. This is his whole thing from start. It may start out basic in Paris. So this is what I was saying, create an itinerary for 2 nights, two nights for Paris, 2 nights from Rome, Athens. This is what my baseline was. And this is what he was giving me. Like, okay, I see because again, it was putting it together from scratch because culture only had like enjoy leisure, take a walk or whatever. So it's only so much, but I need to know like what attractions are already there so I don't have to go looking in Viator for them. I already know because they gave me recommendations. So now I can just go into Viator and see if they got a tour accordingly to that. And it works and matches up all the time. This Explore Ancient Rome, the Colosseum Forum, they got a tour. It's an all-day tour that they go and they pick up the people and they take them around the Colosseum, the Forum, Palatine Hill, and some other spots. So it was great. And then you just keep on adding to. You ask him to break down the daily details, give me more, arrive at the airport, let's, enjoy some dinner at a British pub, giving these great ideas to you to be able to convert over and to put into, your own writing. So I hope that helps Kim in some way.
It does a lot. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I think I see Ms. Z's hand. Go ahead, Ms. Z. Zara.
Hi. Yeah,
Hey.
hi. Okay, so I heard you say that this itinerary that you put together for the couple is just for the couple, and Culture Holidays does a special will help you with a special itinerary for just 2 people and not a big group.
Mhm. Yes, ma'am. But mind you, let you know, it's gonna be pricier.
Okay.
They will,
Okay.
but it's just pricier. So it won't be like the same prices that you would see on the fam trip race and stuff. It'll be a little bit more because everything is private. Like their whole thing, they're not with a group, they're on their own, that type of deal.
Would the deposit still be 200 though?
The deposit will still be
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Miss Shanna,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Lima Charlie. Go ahead, sweetie.
Okay. This might be a crazy question, but I'm newbie. So, the itinerary, actually, I guess this is for Kim. For the itinerary that you created, was it several pages or was it in a email,
It's
video, or
it's
what?
28 pages.
Okay.
And I believe it comes across as a presentation when you send it to your client.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. And it's clickable and you just change your pictures and your verbiage and all that good stuff.
Click
Yeah,
that
I was
link.
over there going, oh, this is fancy. Okay, all right. Taking notes. Thank you.
Click that link in the chat. Girl. Go ahead. That's all right. It always be a blessing to somebody. That's why I was asking if anybody has any shares like of what you do and what you use for your itineraries, go ahead and share it because different strokes, different folks, and what skill set I'm not good at, guess what? You might be great at, and so I'm not a camera person, but I absolutely love that presentation. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So go with what works for you, and be like a tricycle, try everything at least one time and determine whether or not you even want to try the second time. You'll know whether or not you do or not. Miss Shalette, can I put you on the mic real quick about something that we're learning to deal with right now in reference to the group? Are you there, sweetie?
Yes, yeah, you can put me on there. I'm here.
So we have a group going for the custom that's going to Dubai, and I know Tracy and Michelle are 2 of the agents that got people going, and myself that got people going. The magic number is 40. I talked about how last week you guys can custom your own trip as well through Culture. Like Nazi just asked, can you custom for 2 people? You absolutely can. Do the legwork for it, do what you want, do it how you want, then upload it under the custom trips. You're gonna get an email, you might get Priya, you might get another one, and then that'll be your specialist that will work with you one-on-one with that particular trip. So for us on the groups, the magic number is 40. The 40 is because of money, right? You know, you need a certain amount of money to get your own on your own bus, and then make sure you locked in for the hotels. So if you are interested in doing a custom trip, understand that that's the parameters that Culture Holiday set. And so in the beginning, I told you guys you got to have at least 10 deposits so they can hold the space for you, and then come back with some more deposits so they can at least know, okay, if you got 20 deposits, then they can move forward because you got half, right? So, and that's the way it pretty much works. So we hit the magic number 40. But now we having some some people that are backing out. Now, I did not contemplate for that because we're knocking at the 6-month door. So most people then pay a pretty significant amount. And you know, when you're paying on insurance and it's a package like such as what we develop, then you have to pay it off to file a claim because it's not a paid off thing to where you can file a claim because it's incomplete. You understand what I'm saying? Does everybody understand about the insurance?
Yeah.
Okay, because here, if you did your flights, like if I did flights already for my clients, that's paid for. If they go, they can file a claim on their flights with the insurance because that is a done deal, like paid off. But if their package with the hotel and the excursions and all that other stuff is not done and you haven't paid for it, then they can't file a claim for it. But you can use and it'll be totally up to you. But at this point, 6 months knocking at the door, I got to get with Culture Holidays now and see how this works when we have drop off in your 6 months knocking at the door. Because Culture Holidays don't require you to sign a contract, but your name is there now. So it's going to say how willing they're going to be able to work with you. Or they'll be very sticklers in the future about deposits and making sure, because deposits you can't get back with them. But their deposits is how they lock everything in place, like the lodging and lock in the space for like transportation. So with that, that's why I wanted you guys to understand, like right now we're facing something that's different, and I want Shalette to go in on it so you can kind of understand what it is. Go ahead, Shalette.
Okay, you guys, never has this ever happened to me, and I do group trips mostly a lot, because most of my trips are group trips. I had a group, and one person within the group is a friend, and the one person within the group always books with me. Always, I do all her family's travel. Uh, so one of her friends was celebrating their birthday. So she suggested, hey, let's go to Dubai. Everybody was like all gung ho about Dubai. People have bought their flights and everything. So I think they might have did refundable. I don't know. That's not my problem because I didn't they didn't do the package with the flight with me. So the birthday person reached out to me on yesterday and said, I'm having some discussions with the group, and uh, she kind of tried to give me a little excuse, like with the state of things in the world, we just decided not to go to Dubai, but we want to go to Cabo. And I said, well, anything you've paid or anything you've done is not refundable transfer. She said, well, I really don't care. This is my birthday. This is my 50th birthday. And I don't want to go to Dubai. I want to go to Cabo. So, you know, I remain very professional, which I, because I think she had went outside of the professional realm, the way, the entitlement, uh, conversation that we were having. It was like, well, this is what I want to do. And I said, well, I said, hey, I said, give me a few days, let me see what's possible or whatever. She said, oh, I said, because, I'm telling you, it's, you signed agreements, you did this, that. And she said, oh, okay. I already think it's gonna be some chargebacks coming. I already feel that that's gonna happen too. But, I'm gonna cross that particular bridge when I get to it because it was just the way she said it. She even said, well, you know, um, you're Tamara's agent or whatever, because in it, if you don't want to to book my Cabo trip, I can get another travel agent to do it. So, and then I felt like you were trying to use intimidation tactics with me, and I don't like that either. So, I did tell her, let's regroup. Can I regroup with you on Saturday? Because I was like, that'll give me a chance to that gave me a chance to talk to Janae. They gave me a chance to try to come up with something that's feasible for everyone. I'm like, because I'm either gonna say, hey, maybe you don't want to go as many days. We can still do. I am coming up with different options to try to still make this work, but never in my life have and it's a large group. It is not like it's just two or three people. It was 12, 13 people in their group. So that, I just don't, and it puts, and I even explained, I said, hey, we have a quota, and just didn't care. And that's why I told you today when she told me about the money, but that's why I say I believe a chargeback might happen because of that, because she was just too well. I, I'm not worried about that part. I want to go to Cabo.
Yeah.
So
So it made me realize some things as well on the groups. Like I have no transferable, whatever the case may be. But this is where it kicks in that 40 on custom trips. It doesn't apply to fam trips. You know what I mean? It doesn't apply to fam trips. So cancellation policy for a fam trip is the same and holds true for culture holidays. However, a custom trip is different because they did set that outside of perimeters. On a fam trip, they have over 200 something people. So they got enough room for leeway and stuff like that. It's not a big deal, not a big deal at all. So what I do know is it is a money thing. 40 is equivalent to a certain amount of money that they need to be able to complete the tour and the trip for a group of 40, right? And so when I heard or when I read what Shalette sent me, I was like, so they don't care that they're going to lose their money. And now it makes sense because they want to do a chargeback that they would do that because when she said that, yep, they're gonna don't care about going to finishing out, and then that's how they'll do it. So it's like because at this point they haven't completed the payoff, so they can't file a claim. So what would they do? A chargeback is what more than likely they would do because that's the only option if you don't care about money, because you got it like that and you balling like that, that might be a factor too. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm praying give them the benefit of the doubt that they balling like that and they don't care. Or well, she balling like that and she don't care. So it's a 50. So so I have to one of the things to learn from I have to find out from the holidays about how dropouts happen. What happens when the drop off, drop off happens when we're like 6 months in, 6 months in. So I'll get that information and find out tomorrow from them. I'm gonna leave a message tonight and then tomorrow. So thanks for sharing that, Gillette. But that is life, and that's what happens in life for real. So if you came on, we were talking about Greece. We're doing Greece, right? So itinerary we did a Travelify share on how you can create itinerary. I don't think I shared the actual Greece one. Let me see. Oh my bad. Where you go? Where you go?
Quick question.
Mhm.
On the itinerary that was shared by you, Miss Kim, it's not taking me to the itinerary, it's just taking me to Canva. So I don't know if you actually shared the template or you
Lashana,
just
were
said,
you able to access it, Miss Brooks?
Yes.
I was able
But
to access it also.
I did too.
oh, I don't know why I'm not able to. Okay.
because before I put it in the chat, I put it in an open internet screen to make sure it was going to open, and it did before I pasted it here. So, are you signed into Canva already, Shalette?
Yes, I'm signed in. I'm gonna try
Okay.
it. I'm gonna try to do it, copy it a different way. So let me try it again now.
Okay. Janae, are you going to share it? Well, can you share on Travelify?
Are y'all not seeing the screen?
Yeah, I can see it. I was saying, are
I
you
see
going to
it.
share your template
Oh, yeah,
or?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to see what I did with it. All right, like, good to see. How I make this thing smaller? View. Okay, zoom out. Mm. All right. Okay. So let's just start this one. Okay, Athens.
I got it now, Miss Kim. When I went in and just copied and pasted it, it came straight up. But when I tried to open it with Canva, it just didn't. So when I copied and pasted, because I was signed into Canva, it came straight up.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so this one is not completed. I started working on the guide for Santorini and Athens. Now I just need to work on the thing, but now since and that's like I said, I would normally work on this when I'm doing it at the end for the client, but since now I'm changing up some stuff, then I need to copy and paste what I did in Word into here. So what I'll do, Kim, is once I've done that, oh goodness, that's too oh geez. Plus, plus, plus. Okay. Once I've
So,
done, then I can share, share, I'll send the link via text message and share it that
so,
way.
so Janae, our future trainings on Wednesday will no longer cover Travel Joy. We need to
Mm-mm.
set up a Travelify account, right?
If you want to use Travelify, I don't push Travelify. I'm not really pushing anything right now because I don't know what the heck they doing. I just know Travelify is good for itineraries, but I won't train on it because I don't think everybody is on it, and I don't want anybody to pay for something extra because theirs is $30, and they don't have any type of they don't have like a team thing or whatever, and so I'm not
Ah,
so it doesn't make it worth it, for me. But by all means, I'm always sharing my username and password. So if y'all gonna use it, you can use my username. I don't have no problem with that whatsoever because you can't mess up your
Just closed my Travelify account like literally day before yesterday because I don't use it other than when I'm doing my land packages and I pull the city information. And it gives you that whole PDF template of
Yep.
everything. So
That's
that
it.
was the only thing that I was using it for. So are you saying I shouldn't have closed it?
No, Kim, we'll have to have a sidebar conversation, because I know what all you got going on. So I have to tell you, the side, because I don't think you was here when I said what I said, but I know you got more. So we'll just have to discuss it offline
All righty.
to see how you want.
And you guys, I'm testing out Turn. I'm just testing it out. I hadn't gotten deep off into it, but I am testing it out
What
to
is it
see if
called?
it Turn, TERN.
TERN, turn.
Is that a new, is that sort of like Travel Joy and stuff? I've never heard of that.
Yes, it's supposed to be like Travel Joy and Travel Fi
Together.
combined. That's what it's supposed to be like. Uh so I'm testing it out. I just started. my trial, and if you take the classes, it gives you a month free. So I'm gonna do the classes so I can get a month free, so I can see if it's truly like them combined.
Okay, thanks for sharing.
What they say turn. I was telling you on Travelify, like Kim was just saying, that's exactly what I use it for. That's why I was telling people it's not really worth it to do if you're just using it for a guide. But if you're actually gonna build an itinerary with it, which I only did, I never did proposals. I never did proposals through it. I've only done itineraries. So at the end, this is their travel document. So this is what I create to have for their travel documents. That's what I use travel buy for, is have for their travel documents, and so they can have real time access. Zara Z, did you get the app link from what I sent to you?
Yes, I did.
How did you like that? What did you think about that?
I thought it was good. I just basically I glanced over it because I'm looking forward. I need to talk to
I-
I forgot, Oscar, and
Mhm.
I'm talking to him after, I mean later on tonight. So um yeah, but it was good for me. It gave me some information. Yes. So I like that.
So as Z has turned up, thanks, Marquita. So Z has had got the link for the app because she actually got clients that's going to be going to Puerto Viejo and Limon, and I have clients that's actually there right now. And I shared the information with her through the link, and so it comes up on on the app and gives them access to it. So that was another perk for Travelify that they have as well. So you can do it for proposals, and you can do it without. If you want my username and password, so you can go check it out. They don't do a. Did they do a free trial? Because I've been had it for a long time. They do a free trial. I'm not sure. I can't.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
I think it's 7 days.
7 days. Okay, so you can also do that if you like it, but they don't give no discounts. They don't give any discounts. That's the only thing. So if you just want to try it and see what it looks like, just send me a message. Give me my username and password. I think I accidentally messed it up on one because I was logging in as a customer, and I think I saved it as my regular account thing. So I got to go and check it. Otherwise, I would have dropped it in the chat, but I noticed that was not right. So all right. So again, so normally the first Wednesday we go over HubSpot. Now we're doing next level. So we're going to be incorporating not only HubSpot, but yes, Marquita, you're right, you can, but I just decided to kind of like step away from TJ because I don't know no matter which way the wind blows, I know my lane and my boundaries. So I'm just gonna boop, 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 remove myself from that spotlight. But anybody that has any questions as far as like getting your itinerary, Travelify is 7 days. Yay. Oh, look at that, Erica. Thank you for that. Erica said that Travelify is 7 days, and if you want to extend it, you can, because 7 days wasn't enough for me to learn about that. So and the only reason so my Travelify, nothing's connected to it whatsoever. No account information, so no payments can be received. None of that is set up whatsoever. Cause I think I saw they sent something like an email that they can start accepting credit card payments, but you got to set it up and do something like that. But mine is just proposals and itineraries. I can't tell you nothing else about it. I know I seen they got like websites and stuff like that you can do either, but I can't tell you nothing about it. I can just tell you about the proposals, and they're not on automation. So they do have tasks, that you can remind yourself of, that you can actually type in and import yourself. And they'll send you like a reminder about it, but that's about all I know about it. But again, go ahead, Kim.
I'm sorry, do they have training or webinars on Travelify?
They
Like
do.
Travel Joy? Okay.
They absolutely do, and they're great, and they actually got a boot camp that's coming up this month. So definitely want to get on. You can go on the website. It takes you to the training too. And Rachel, she used the Travelify and she loves the website feature. So Rachel actually used the website feature. So boom, boom, boom. There we go. Yay. Somebody, Rachel, can you speak on it or you can't come off mic?
Yes, hello everyone. Yeah, I've used Travelify for a bit, and I'm toggling now between that and Telespark till I can figure out how that works. But like you, I do use I use both the proposal, the itinerary, and the website. And the website I like because you can customize it. You can put links in there to all your itinerary trips that you want to promote. Like I put it in my link tree that, hey, like check out my current trips that I'm promoting for whenever until I take them off. And each one has a book now link. Then there's a category or a section for each trip, and then they can click on the link and it'll take them to the itinerary.
Nice, nice, nice.
It's
Erica,
really cool. And you can do a whole bunch of websites. You don't have to, well, they call them, so they have landing pages. Let me correct that. I use their landing pages for my website, so I can have multiple landing pages, but you do have an option to create a website. So let me correct that what I said. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Y'all see, I told you landing pages, where's that? So that's awesome. Do you mind want to share one of your landing pages? If you got some time?
The landing page? I got one. Yeah, sure. Let me see if I'm not used to doing this shared thing, so give me
Hold
one.
on, let me make you co-host first. You're now co-host. Oh, and it is, if you guys wanted to do groups for Vacation Express, there is a groups training for webinar that's happening.
June 21st, 22nd.
No, it's today. It's tonight. No, not the 2-day one. They're
I'm
doing
about to say.
they're doing a Wednesday, they're doing a Wednesday groups for Vacation Express specifically tonight.
Oh, yeah,
So
I'm gonna use that.
it should have came in your email. If you're like newbies and you like want to know about Caribbean and you like think people go to Jamaica and you're thinking about doing groups or whatever, it will be a good one for you to go to. I'm trying to see what time it is because
9 o'clock Central Standard Time. 9 o'clock Eastern.
9 o'clock Eastern. So
Mhm.
8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 Pacific. So there you guys go. So can't say that you didn't miss it. You didn't miss it. That was your reminder. Miss Rachel, you ready? You got access.
Oops. Okay, I finally got it up. So now what do? You're gonna have to probably walk me through this. Oh, share my screen, right?
There you go.
Okay. Let's see. I think it's here. Okay. And I hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is just one I did from my aunt. This is a landing page, and they were going to Vegas. It was they were celebrating an uncle's 90 years of being young. And so basically I just put my little header here, and then I put like a brief description. Well, this one I talked about the hotels and what they had, just to give them an idea. What else did I put? A little bit about Vegas, so they can have an idea about Vegas. And then these were the hotel choices I gave them, and it was a link to each one so they could view the trip. Oh, did it not work? Oh no, what happened? Okay, that didn't work.
Is it because you're probably in edit mode?
Maybe. Okay. Oh, that's what it is. I'm in edit mode. Nope, I don't want to edit my page. I want to preview. There we go. There we go. There we go. So this is what it looks like. Again, and then here's my little Vegas description of it, like again, just to give them a description of where they're going. And then here's where the hotel choices I gave them. They wanted to be on the Strip, so I gave them something on the Strip. And then here's the itinerary that took them straight to this hotel and told them what they were getting and what they can do and see in Vegas, different places to check out, some shopping. Everybody got to do shopping in Vegas. And then again, then it talks about the hotel that they were going to be staying at, what recommendations or the resort fees, policies. What else did I put in here? I gave them a video. People like videos. What else did I put in here? Some attractions. I gave them some things to do on site at the resort, not hotel, not necessarily having to leave if they didn't want to, because I was keeping in mind that this was an older crowd and some people have walking challenges. So, but that's basically all I put in here. And I put the room accommodations. I gave them, I think, how many categories? I think I probably gave them 2 or 3 different categories of rooms so they can see which one they wanted. Oh, I gave them 4. 5. Okay. And then I put my little chart in here to give them the pricing and all that great stuff.
Awesome. Oh, look at that. I like your cartoon character.
Oh, thank you.
That's
And then I
neat.
gave them my information and trip documents. So
Nice.
that's how I did
Very
it.
nice.
Very good. I love it. Absolutely. While everything is being worked out with what's going on with these different multi-platforms and taking payments directly from clients, even if it's virtual, non-virtual, whatever the case may be, Travelify is a safer venture. I'm glad you guys mentioned Turn as well. I look forward to hearing about it. Thanks, Rachel, for sharing the landing page portion of Travelify. Know that you can make something that pretty right there, boop, boop, at the blink, and it's beneficial. Again, what separates you from somebody else? Your itineraries, what you do, what you put out there. They know whether or not you're a clicker or if you're truly a super duper travel producer. There's such a big difference. And I know because I've seen some of y'all work. And so I know on this Zoom right now, we got producers, we don't have clickers. And so for that, I'm thankful that you guys show up for your success each and every time. And I thank you guys for sharing those awesome templates starting with the Canva one, now going to Travelify with the landing page. That's amazing. And learning that Turn is out there as well. So good stuff. Anybody have any questions as we wrap up?
All right. Question.
No, well, not for me a question, but when I went to the travel show this weekend, just know is that certain suppliers, or certain vendors, they'll actually do a Travelify itinerary for you. So I have to remember who they are. And yes, they do provide travel agent commissions. And so they'll put the trip together for you and then do the itinerary and Travelify for you.
Woo-hoo, that's good, Marquita. Definitely. When you remember to shoot me the message so I can shoot it to everybody via text message so they can have that. That's a good thing, like I said, it takes time for itineraries, but if somebody else is gonna do it for you, definitely. Those same itineraries that's made by Travelify looks like the exact same ones that's made by Culture Holidays. You can actually do that same one in Culture Holidays that Culture Holidays have in Travelify. But so it's out there. So you also gave me a little thing to know that, suppliers use Travelify. So that's a good thing. Good thing. And like I said, if you want to try it 7 days, Erica then said 7 days, then you can extend it, boom, 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 to see if it's, going to bring you jams. If you're new and you're starting out and you're on my squad, you just got to ask me for the username and password. Go in there, check it out, see if you like it. See if you want to create some itineraries out a day. It'll be okay. Like I said, you can't mess up nothing.
I do.
All right, Shanna, send me a text and then I'll send it to you back. I just gotta fix my username. It's the wrong email. Oh, I want to shout out Dr. Christina. Dr. C, you down there? Dr.
I'm
C.
here.
All right.
I'm here.
She don't know I'm gonna shout her out, but I'm about to shout her out about something I came across, and I thought it was a dang great idea to do. She is currently working on a trip. She's currently working on a trip for a group. And I saw this post that she did, which was amazing. Again, this is how you separate yourself from masses, because there's multiple trips going on at the same time. So, but she's the only one that put in here already, when she put her stuff out there, this person has already booked, and she put together this template. Speak on it. Speak on it.
Oh, um, hey everyone. So I actually use that when I do my private groups. So whoever is the Pied Piper, like if they have a Facebook group and each maybe they go travel somewhere every year. So one of my guys that I do for his, this is what I do for them. So one, for me, my mindset is me posting that someone is booked is incentive, and then other people get to see versus not seeing anything or not knowing who is going or attending. And that could go both ways, right? But I thought this would be really good for this group. I kind of was back and forth with it, because what if I don't post so often? Then people have the mindset of, oh, maybe not a lot of people are booked. But I figure, hey, I'll do it anyway. So I just thought it was something cool. So I pretty much took the format that I had. I did this on Canva as well. And then I just changed it up, of course, because they're going to Jamaica.
What you guys think about that?
Love it. It'll motivate the
Nice.
others to get booked.
Yeah, I love it because I have I'm about to start working on an annual trip for a run group that I'm in. So I like that. That's a great idea.
That was pretty genius of Dr. Getsetter. It was pretty genius, and I think he made the right decision on posting it. No matter if it may go another way, post it anyway. You know, as I say, feel the fear and do it anyway. You know, what they say in the military, no decision is the wrong decision. As long as you make a decision, whether or not it's right or wrong, you made a decision. And that one was good. That was a good one. Because it does incentivize people. And I like that you put it together and tailored it to your trip. So thank you for sharing that. You know, I was gonna do that.
I sure did it. I was like, what you talking about?
It got to be present, because you never know what I'm gonna do. All right, and y'all know y'all the only adult conversation I be having on Wednesdays. I get to be talking like Gloria, like more often. I'm like, whoo. So I said poop poop on a call. One of my persons like, did you just say poo poo? I said, Lord, did I just say what Gloria say? I'm sorry, but y'all know Gloria. So hey, I'm guilty of replicating the conversations with the 10-year-old. And she's now on the bra kick. So I don't know what that's all about. But anybody else have questions as I get on my parent tangent? You guys are good? All right, I'm gonna stop this.